Hello, my name is David. I do the Rebel podcast. One thing I just want to talk about briefly is that I recently switched over to Linux from Microsoft, and it wasn't because I disliked Microsoft or anything like that. It's just that actually things worked a little bit better in Linux, and that's why I switched. And but as a newbie to Linux, like I'm not a Unix kind of guy or anything like that. I found that it was hard for me to remember the little commands and stuff, and it's kind of cool once you do learn how they work. But I thought, like with all languages, like the video that we just did about extending the DOM in the HTML and then leveraging that, Unix or Linux is built for that. That's why there's so many different flavors of Linux, because it's so easy to build on top of a foundation that's already reliable and stable. So what I did here is I created a C directory where I just write C programs. Like originally I started out learning in school as a C programmer, but I actually don't know really how to program in C, so I just use Google to write me a C code to do something specific, and then what I've done is I put the C folder into my class path. So every time I start up my computer, I don't have to go find that program that I wrote. It's automatic in the shell. I just open the shell, and there's the new program that I wrote. So if I'm finding it hard to remember to how something works, I'll get Google to write the C program for me to do something. So for example, I just wrote this program here called minifying a JavaScript file. And so I thought I would test it. It's the first time I've done this. So I put it in that C folder that I was just talking about. And then what I'll do is I'll go there. So here, let me just cd into it first. Now, Google's nice enough, they actually also give you directions. They don't just give you the source code. They say, okay, by the way, here's how you would compile the code, and then you can just run it with your script. So for example, let's first compile it and see if it works. So did I save it as the right thing? No, this is called, I should have just saved it as minify. So let me change that. So I called it minify.js. Oh, maybe it's okay just leaving it like that. Well, okay, I'll change it to what they have, because that's what they have. So let me properties, just change that. Minify.c. Okay, refresh. Didn't work. Yes. So here I'll just do that command that Google gave me, and I'll just create the program. So once you have this program, it just takes a simple argument. I think it worked. Let's test it. So I don't have to be in this folder now. I can just be anywhere. So let me start a new shell to show you what I mean. So I'm going to start a new window over here. There's my window. So I actually want to go to where I was before. So here I am in the revolution. So I want to copy this path, and I want to minify. Like, we just created this component, but we can optimize it a little bit further. This is called GenAPI Basic.mjs. So what I could do is I could now cd in my path to where the file is, or I could just call it from where I am, but I'm going to actually go there, and that way the file gets created in the same directory. So let's try this. Like I said, I've never done this before. So now theoretically I can just call minify and then gen API basic.mjs. And theoretically, I don't know if I need to call it .js or not. I haven't tested this, like I said, so let's try it. It worked. So there's the file. There's the minified file. It's literally right there. So when you refresh this, you'll see that it added the file. And then, you see, I've just extended Linux to make it easier. Like I've just created a C program that now I have it forever. Now I can use that anytime I want. And it's kind of cool. So it's part of guiding us in this coding revolution as a Rebel podcaster. What I want to do is I want to see if that worked or not. So I need the name. So where's the name here? Let's go right here. Copy that. So doesn't look very minified. I guess that was the best it could do. That's all it did. Didn't work that well. Let's see what Google says. Well, it's what they gave it to me anyway. Maybe it's the type of JavaScript. Does it give us an example JavaScript? No. The basic minified version. I guess it's the basic minified of JavaScript. This program does not perform advanced minification techniques like variable renaming or dead code elimination handled by minifiers like Uglify or JS or Cursor. You see, I should have asked Google more explicitly, otherwise it just gave me the most basic example of minification. So yeah, it just did the most basic things, and you can actually see the algorithm for how the minification works. So what we want to do is we want to dive deeper and actually use something like Uglify JS or Cursor, or you could write a node script that would do the minification using a library that you pull in from Microsoft's NPM repository. And I'm sure there is a C program. We could just update this, like we could, like I didn't ask explicitly enough, but you see how easy it was to basically extend the Linux platform. So I just wanted to show you that, and then you can incorporate the C program, for example, as part of your build pipeline to, read these files in your directory of where you're writing your code here, and then minify all the JavaScript files, for example, just with a simple command line, and you can even run C programs from a bash script or something like that, or you could have Google write it as a bash script, and then, but sometimes you have more power and leverage if you're using a programming language like Java or C itself. So I like C because then it's just embedded automatically in my terminal, and then as soon as I open a terminal, because it's on that path, I can access that program that I just created, and then I'm just building on my set of tools, and it makes me more and more efficient over time. And so I just recommend it as part of your development. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of a backstage idea for how Linux works in this ecosystem in terms of doing this new way of Rebel coding. So thanks for your time. I just wanted to give you the little backstory there. Thanks. Bye.